Hi, let's talk about diabetes today. What is diabetes? Diabetes is the body's inability to deal with the sugar in the blood. Normally, the islets of Langerhans, which are little islands of cells in the pancreas inside the body, produce a hormone called insulin, and the job of the insulin is to tell the cells of the body to open up the glucose transport mechanisms and allow the sugar that's in the blood into the cells to be used to produce energy. There are two types of diabetes. There's type 1 diabetes, which is where the actual islets of Langerhans become unable to produce insulin. And this is often thought to be caused by an immune disease where the immune system attacks the islets of Langerhans and knocks them out. It can also be caused during some disease processes. Type 2 diabetes is caused by diet. It can be caused by constantly eating too much sugar. So our dogs and cats are carnivores. They're just not designed to eat sugar. So a lot of the dried food that people feed has got far too much sugar in it. So our dogs and cats find that very difficult to deal with. Eventually the islets of Langerhans just go, I give up. I can't produce any more of this hormone, insulin, to sort out this ridiculously high blood sugar. And so they quit. This can be reversed by changing the diet and getting sugar out of the diet and feeding your dog and cat on biologically appropriate food, species appropriate food. So for dogs and cats, which are carnivores, this obviously would be raw meat and raw bone and offal and so on. Type 2 diabetes also occurs when the cells of the body are no longer able to open their doors to allow the sugar that's in the blood to enter the cells and produce the energy. This is called unresponsive diabetes type 2. And this is where there's plenty of insulin being produced in response to the high blood sugar. The islets of Langerhans produce plenty of insulin. But when the insulin gets to the cells of the body, the cells just say, no, I'm not letting you in. They won't open their doors and they won't let the sugar in. So therefore, there's a dangerously high level of sugar in the blood. And this causes all sorts of symptoms, including what we call polydipsia and polyuria. In other words, your dog and cat will start drinking lots of water and therefore peeing a lot. So you kind of think maybe they're incontinent. They're not incontinent. They just have uncontrolled blood sugar. So how to prevent this and treat this? By feeding species-appropriate food, of course. So feed your dogs and cats on the raw meat and bone and offal and tripe and so on that they are meant to eat. Imagine that they would catch a rabbit in the wild and feed them appropriately. Liquidize up some greens to mix with that as well, because normally they'd get that from the gut contents of the rabbit that they caught. And make sure there's always clean water available, chemical-free water, and turn off the internet whenever it's not in use, as that causes lots of problems. Lots of exercise, out in the outdoors, exposure to sunlight, all of those things are good, beneficial activities for all dogs and cats and humans. Well, in fact, all animals, everything. Enjoy yourselves.